Hello and welcome to Transformation Time exclusive with QTV. We are back, season 3. Are you guys excited? I am so excited. It's the first time in season 3 that we are back and I have got a guest with me. Imagine we have come back with a bang. We are talking direction, we are talking transformation, and we are talking purpose. So stay right tuned and I'll be able to reveal the guest to you. Hello, welcome back. As I said, my name is Carol. I'm a transformational speaker, writer, serial entrepreneur, and movable optimist, and I'm here to help you become the best version of yourself in your personal life as well as your business. Welcome back to season 3. Today we are looking at purpose, and in the studio today I have with me Dr. Nellie Longwe Kangwa. Welcome, Dr. Nellie.
Thank you.
Today we are talking purpose. I've been telling everybody on social media that, purpose is very important. It's what takes you forward. It's what gives you direction. Mm-hmm. And I thought it fitting that as we start season 3, it's a new year, it's a new quarter. A lot of people had goals that they set. Maybe that point where they feel, what, does this transformation thing work? Am I really, going to move forward in life? And a lot of people have heard the word, purpose, purpose, purpose. And people have been talking about the buzz with, the Real Woman Summit coming up. But I want people to understand, why is purpose so important? Why is it that, people should come, and especially women, why is it that they should come for this summit? But first of all, what is purpose and why is it important to somebody's direction?
Okay, thank you so much. It's a topic I love talking about because I began talking about it when I was still very young, because I realized many women don't understand their purpose.
Okay.
And so I think to just bring a bit more visible or something that is very clear about purpose, one must understand that it's something that is intrinsic, something that is intangible, something that is inside, something that one was born with. So it's right there, packaged. But as you know, for it to manifest, there are processes one has to go through. But before one goes through the process of the manifestation of the purpose, usually what happens is that it's the challenges that begin to block.
And that's what puts people off.
Yes. So one of the challenges is the environment. The environment you grew up from. Wherever you are growing up from, that environment will affect you negatively or positively. Because as you know, 95-97% of what happens today is from our unconscious mind. Unconscious mind plays a very, very major role. And so many people, the environment they grew up from, the environment I grew up from, helped me or actually slowed down, the development of my purpose.
Okay.
Number 2, you need to understand also mindset, because these become rules that govern your life. The same way you believe your name is Carol. What if it's not true?
That's interesting.
So it's a mindset. So it becomes a rule. It becomes a perception that you tend to believe in, and you feel this is the way it's supposed to be. And so many people haven't realized their potential because they've had this mindset, and this sets of rules have ruled them to be poor, or not to really access the things that they are supposed to access. So in realizing, or in going through the process of getting your purpose, mushroom, not even mushroom, but grow and all that, one has to first look at the environment they grew up from. So there has to be a revisit. How did I grow? What was happening in the environment where I was? Okay, so for example, I grew up amongst boys. What effect or what influence did these brothers have on my life? What were they telling me? For example, I remember, just jokingly, my brothers would tell me, Nellie, you are too tall for a girl. You won't get married. Where we just joking with brothers. Without knowing that word entered through into my unconscious mind, that I started having a certain low self-esteem about my height. Until my dad came and said, being tall means you are a leader.
So it matters who's speaking into your life. It
matters who speaks into your life. So many people haven't realized their purposes because there's too much junk. It's like filters. The same way a car needs to go through, servicing and change the filters. So it should be with every person. The very first thing that somebody is supposed to do is to change the filters, is to undo, to unlearn certain things that have made them not to access who they are. But it is important for every person to know that they've got intrinsic strength, they've got intrinsic purpose, they've got something inside of them. They need somebody who can help them to actually unearth or uncover. I don't even call it discovering. I like saying uncovering, because
it's already there.
It's already there. So it just needs somebody to peel off, like onion, peeling off the shells that have really covered whatever it is that one is supposed to undertake here.
But what gives people the resistance to want to, they know that they have a purpose, they have a dream, they have goals that they want to achieve. Why is it that a lot of people face that resistance? Is it something that's in the mind, or like you say, the environment? Is it something that we purposefully, intentionally have to do? How do we get to know our purpose?
Okay, because I'm a church girl, so I love pulling most of my teaching from the Bible.
Yeah.
There's a scripture in the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 3. From verse 3 talks about strongholds.
Yeah.
That we have these strongholds, we need to put them down. Unfortunately, many people go to church and they say, I put down, and they are praying like that. It's not supposed to be like that. The Bible says pulling down every stronghold, every imagination, every high thing that has exalted itself above the knowledge of God. In other words, there's a truth. Okay? There's a truth here, but there's something that has arisen above the truth, and it's the one that is leading
and it's
you.
undeniable.
And it's undeniable. It's there. So how do you pull it down? The Bible again picks up and says you need to bring it into captivity. So that captivation of negative thoughts, captivation of things that you believed, because the resistance is not really from outside, even with the environment. It is not, it begins with outside, but it influences inside and depackages itself from inside. So every person is their own enemy.
Oh, wow.
So until you learn how to captivate. What does it mean to captivate? For example, if you did something and they get, you've stolen something and they put you into cells and all. You know what the police officers will do, or the prison warders? They'll tell you, take off your shoes, take off your belt, take off your clocks, take off, it's like take off things, and then they begin to change. You're not Carol in this prison, you're number 10, you're number this. You know what they're doing? They are captivating your freedom. They simply want to remove that freedom, remove what you believed in, that I'm this Carol.
So the limiting beliefs also play like a captive thing.
Exactly.
Okay.
Because those limiting beliefs, it's like the way it is with a pregnancy. When there is conception, the baby is fertilized in the fallopian tubes, stays there just briefly. It's supposed to move out, to go into the space, into the uterus. Any moment that egg stays a little longer in the fallopian tubes, it's called ectopic pregnancy, and the tubes actually erupt, and you lose the baby. There are many people want to stay in the fallopian tubes.
Oh wow.
There's a way in which they think about themselves, so they don't want to move into the uterus. Because why? In the uterus there are challenges. In the uterus there is water. In the uterus there is darkness. In the uterus there is space of expansion. Because during that time, that baby still needs the waters, still needs the darkness. But those challenges are to mature you. Those challenges are to develop you. But time has to come when that baby has to come out.
And this is where now I've been hearing you being called the destiny rescuer. Because it sounds to me like that passage of the ectopic pregnancy, or the pregnancy, coming out properly. This is where you have the midwife.
Exactly.
Would you position yourself to say, with people's destinies, why should people come to this event that is happening? Why is it so crucial? I mean, we've had events before, we've had conferences, we've had people hold different things with certain titles. You've dubbed your event saying the father's mantle to the daughters. So I'll ask two questions. Number one, why is this event so important? Second, is it just about women?
Okay, so number one, this event is very important in that we are bringing most of the purposes to birthing. They've got to be birthed. Just like a baby, the only way you have self-delivery, it is when the head of the baby passes through the cervix, pushes out the waters. The only way, and what comes out is the head first. What a woman needs now is just knowledge, for her to receive that knowledge. Okay. And in particular, this knowledge, women have been receiving, but sometimes things have been distorted. That is why we need endorsement. Okay. Endorsement is very, very important. And spiritual things are stubborn, because spiritual things have got order. Spiritual things have got protocols. And they are things that these fathers have that need to be released over us as daughters of Zambia.
So who are these fathers that are going to be at this
event? These fathers, they've been selected because, based on actually their history and the things that they've achieved just here in the nation. So we've got Dr. Neva Smumba, is popularly known everywhere. We've got Bishop Joy Makando, he's run several churches, got churches across the world, not just in Zambia. We have Father Lupupa, the man who has broken through religion. He's a Catholic father, but guess what? There is nothing like, the man is just crazy.
It's about the word, the truth.
Pentecostal, and he's really helped a lot of people, and his meetings are just amazing. I've attended several of his meetings. And we have Dr. Miles Francis. He's a Zambian but based in the United States. He's a marketplace apostle. He's a man who teaches you on how to move out of religion and tap into kingdom wealth. It's just amazing. And this particular summit is not just for women. Men need to come. Why? Because men are the ones that are going to be fathers. Men are the ones who are going to also be helped to really be pushed into their destinies also. Because as a woman arises, a man must also pick up. Otherwise, he will die of depression. So we need men to be there to witness this transition. It's an historical event. This is a turnaround for the nation of Zambia. It is a turnaround for the nation of Zambia. And when we are done, as you know, Zambia is positioned as though it's a baby. So things are being born here. But we are moving to South Africa, we are moving to Zimbabwe, Botswana, Namibia, different nations. But we are beginning to bet something that is going to bring a transformation. As you know, it is Africa's time. And
yes, it is. And it's the woman's time. So it's going to be on the 27th of April at Mulungushi Conference Center.
Yes.
And I understand you're big on time. It's 9 o'clock to 5 p.m.
9 p.m.
There's nothing like Zambian time.
9 a.m. sharp we start. So if you miss the first hour, you'd have missed one speaker.
Is there any fee or contribution or, what is attached to this? Are people coming for free? What is happening?
People are coming almost for free because we've attached 100 kwacha. That's for accountability. We want to know how many people are coming, and we don't want to to overbring people. We want a specific number, and we're looking for 1,000 women. And so that 100 kwacha is basically to say I'm present, I'm here, because it's really nothing.
This is really a great thing that you've done, and I appreciate you coming through today, because I think it's really important that as we start a new quarter, as we emerge into the rest of the year, that people understand the power that purpose has. So thank you so much for coming through today. And for the guests that have just joined us, that are watching, I want you to remember that it's the Real Woman Summit. You can actually find the event page on Facebook. It's going to take place on the 27th of April at Mulungushi Conference Center. No Zambian time. It's 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. So don't miss it. And it's only 100 kwacha. So if you're a man that is listening to this, make sure you support somebody, support a sister in your circle, a mother in your circle, any woman that you know needs this. This is about changing lives. This is about a woman's time and people being aligned. So I hope that this episode has been helpful to somebody. Don't forget to follow Dr. Nellie on Facebook, Twitter, Periscope, Instagram. It's Dr. Nellie Kangwa, and I'm Karo Mushota at Karo Mushota TT. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next episode. Bye-bye.